Hey, what is going on, everybody? My name is Zach Miller, and I just want to say welcome out to our information session. I would imagine that if you are here, you have found yourself here the same way that I found myself attending an informational meeting just like this a handful of years ago. And probably sometime over the last maybe week or 2 weeks or so, maybe you've had a friend or a friend of a friend that's reached out to you, asked you probably a simple question. Are you looking to create some additional income? And maybe they were able to sit down with you. Maybe you've been able to hop on a Zoom or something like that and get a couple details, get some preliminary information about our business expansion project that we're going through right now. But you probably made it far enough that you all had some common interest and wanted to find out some of the details. So that's what we're doing here today, and really excited because we've got an amazing guest speaker to be able to go through all of this information with you guys. His name is Moses Alvarado. Moses and his wife Lois live down in the Houston, Texas area, and Moses has background in sales and a couple other different things. But him and his wife have a very successful business with opportunity that they're going to share with you guys. Their business has grown and expanded all across the country, and it's been doing really well. And so I will tell you, sit down, buckle up, get ready to rock and roll. I hope you got a notepad. I hope you got a pen, paper, some stuff like that going on. Because Moses is going to run through a whole bunch of information with you. He's going to have some slides and things like that for you to be able to see a couple visuals and that sort of thing. But I will tell you, he's excited and he talks really fast. So look, whenever he's done, I'm going to come back on. I'm actually going to be able to introduce you to a couple other folks that are part of our business team in different areas of the country. And so we'll see you back here in just a little bit. But without any further ado, I'm excited. So Moses, go on and go take it away, man. Here you go.
Hello there, Moses Alvarado coming at you here from Houston, Texas. Welcome. Congratulations for being here, guys. Thank you for that warm introduction. And folks, what I'm going to do over the next 45 minutes is basically cover with you in 45 minutes to 50 minutes what we've experienced over the past few years here in Texas and even across the United States now. We have never been more excited. I want to congratulate you for making it this far. Today, what I'm going to do is give you a bird's eye view of everything and dig a little bit deeper into the money, into the type of income we're talking about, the type of business we're talking about. Your next step is to get back with the person who invited you. All right. So there's no way I can cover everything. So this is not a decision time. This is not decision time today. All right. Wise people don't make quick decisions. Wise people take time to make a decision. Okay. So when I saw this opportunity many years ago, the thing I did is I didn't make no quick decision like declining or accepting. I just kind of, hey, I'm liking what I see. Let's move on to the next step. And that's what I'm encouraging you to do. Okay, get all the good information you need in, and then start making a decision. There's no rush here. Okay, but first I want to congratulate you for being here. First of all, let me kind of tell you, I've got some notes here in front of me, so I'm going to kind of look down at my notes to kind of stay on track here. So, first of all, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My wife and I live in Houston, Texas. We have 5 grown kids. Our youngest is 30. And our oldest is 37. No grandkids yet, just grandpups. We're ready for grandchildren, but don't have them yet, all right? Background is farming. I grew up in the Panhandle of Texas. My dad was a farmer. I'm high school educated and basically never really applied myself in school. I went to work in the retail grocery business my sophomore year in high school. I ended up working for that same company through high school, through graduation. After high school, started getting promoted within the company, got into the management program, and I thought I was on my way. Got married, started having children. I got a mortgage, a car payment, truck payment, boat payment, and I thought I was doing good. I thought, man, I'm on my way to the top. The problem was I didn't realize that working for somebody else there was limited opportunity, and I basically maxed out. Okay, my district supervisor told me after about 10 years I'd had about 3 promotions in 7 years, and he told me probably around age 28. He says, "Hey, son, I don't want you to get your hopes up. There's not really any more opportunities to advance. Maybe in 10 years you might get one." And that's if you know the right people. And I got to tell you guys, I was discouraged because I went from, I was always 120%. I was always working hard, putting in 60, 70, 80 hours a week, working weekends because I wanted to advance. But I found out that there was no more opportunity. So a couple years later, this opportunity was presented to me by a total stranger. Didn't know the man. He was an aerospace engineer. I couldn't understand why a fighter pilot in the Air Force wife's a school teacher with a master's degree, would be doing anything else. And I come to find out that they were doing the same thing I was doing for money. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But my wife, Lois, we've been working business together for several years. We've never been more excited, guys. We just had our biggest year in 2020. Our business literally doubled from 2019 to 2020. And now 2021 is doing extremely well, like we've never experienced before. So we are super, super excited, and the best is yet to come. So first of all, whoever invited you here today, there's going to be an app at the end you'll see called the DYS app. It's going to have a lot more information. I'm going to talk pretty fast to cover as much information as I can. All right, so feel free to take notes. Can't record anything, but you're welcome to take some notes. All right. First of all, the type of income we're talking about. Okay, as you can see on the screen there's an active side of income and there's an asset generated income side of income. All right, the active side is basically what we're all taught in school. Go to school, get good grades, go to a great university, get a degree, work for a big company, you'll make it. That's what we all heard, right? Well, the problem with that is it's active income. You got to keep working. One thing we don't think about in our 20s or in our 30s is someday we're going to be 50 and 60 years old. And we tend to think that when we get that age, there's just going to be millions of dollars out there somewhere from this great income, from this great job. And we find out later it's like, doesn't seem like it's turning out that way, right? So anyway, it doesn't really matter the type of education we have because today's economy is you just don't know anymore, right? So the other side of income, asset generated income, people do this through traditional companies, real estate, oil wells, investments. I never had money to invest, guys. I'm high school educated. I was living from paycheck to paycheck. I had everything financed. We had a nice home. I had a nice car, a truck, a boat, a motorcycle, but everything was financed. And so literally the debt, we were working for the debt every day. My wife was working full time. I was working full time. The baby was in daycare. And I got to tell you, we were doing what everybody else was doing. We were trying to keep up with the Joneses. You guys ever heard that? Trying to keep up with the Joneses. We found out later the Joneses were bankrupt. But anyway, not a good idea to compare yourself to other people because usually people are in the same boat you're in or maybe even worse, okay? So just keep in mind, we're not talking about active income today. We're talking about asset generated income. So how can we do that, okay, without putting investments, without digging oil wells, without buying a bunch of real estate? How can we do that? Well, there's a company called the Amway Corporation that started back in 1959 by Rich DeVos and J. Van Andel. And they started the company with the idea that the only way for the business to grow would be through independent contractors, okay? Back then they called them distributors. Today we're called IBOs, independent business owners, all right? I haven't had a boss in this business. I've never had a boss, still don't have a boss today. I have a lot of associates that work with us, like Robert Turner. I got guys that work with us, like a Chris Walker or Kevin Kotkow. These guys don't work for me. They work for themselves. We're business associates. Robert's in IT. Kevin's a pharmacist. His wife's a retired doctor. Chris is in banking. He's in Wall Street. He works in Wall Street. But we have nothing in common as far as professions. But what we have in common is working in business together. All right? No bosses, no employees, no overhead. To me, that was important. And as you can see on the screen here, Amway does have 16,000 employees that work for us. They're the ones that create the websites, that manufacture the products. Amway, when I started my business, was in 39 countries. Today, they're in over 100 countries around the world. Business in Russia, Japan, Germany, Korea, Nigeria, Thailand, the list goes on. It's pretty cool to have a business that's international, all right? Now, let's keep going. What does Amway bring to the table? They bring the opportunity to bring over 350 products that are exclusives. Exclusive means they're not available in stores, and they're very high quality. Products like Perfect Water, okay? Think about how much water you drink on a daily basis. We're going to teach you how to purchase your own water and get a kickback, okay? Imagine getting paid to do that every day, all right? Now, some of you guys out there, I know somebody's out there got to be some soft drink drinkers, right? I used to drink all of them, man. Full of sugar, full of carbs. About 12 years ago, 13 years ago, Amway introduced a product called Excess. It's actually a nutritional drink, but it's got carbonation like a soda, which is what I like, all right? But it's good for you. I stopped drinking sodas over 10 years ago. 2 reasons. Sodas aren't good for me, and number 2, the soda companies never paid me a dime. Excess pays me $1,000 a month. Thousands, okay? Why? Because it's my own product. We work directly with the manufacturer, all right? We'll get more into that later. As you can see here, there's also products like cosmetics, skincare, home products, body care, products to lose weight, products to gain weight, products to manage your weight, okay? All kinds of different stuff. Amway manufactures products that are in demand, all right? Which is cool. Now, some of you guys might think, well, that's not too sophisticated, I mean, come on, cleaning products. I mean, I thought this might be a little more sophisticated, I was thinking like maybe something big, like maybe real estate or something. Well, that's great, okay? But how about some of these companies right here? These are some of our partners. Nike, Bass Pro Shops, all right? Office Depot, Cabela's, Kohl's, Discount Tire, all right? How does that happen? Well, I'm going to, again, explain to you in just a second how all this comes together. But just keep in mind, these are some of the companies you'd be representing in business, all right? On to the next one. What does it take to start a business? A couple $100, all right? As you can see right there, this is guaranteed for like 90 days, all right? So in 90, you got a 90-day trial period that you can start your own business. In those 90 days, if you decide it's not for you, you can write Amway a letter, get every dime back, all right? I'll tell you something, folks. I really wish that the investment in this business was about $10,000. Why? Because then quitters wouldn't quit so fast, all right? Because it's a couple $100, quitters, quitters, we have a saying in business, quitters never win and winners never quit, all right? And in business, because it's less than what it costs to maybe go out to dinner to start a business, people don't think it's a real business. Why is the investment so low? Because the DeVosses and the Van Andels wanted to make it affordable for anybody to start their own business, whether they were a college student or whether it was a guy like myself who was very limited on income, who was living from paycheck to paycheck. Now, here's what's sad, folks. Here's what we discovered about business. Is people are so broke today in America that they don't have an extra couple $100 in the bank. How sad is that? They've been working 10, 12 years, 15 years, and they go, man, I ain't got an extra $300 in the bank. They're paycheck to paycheck, Friday to Friday, paycheck. And here's what's crazy. Nice house, nice car, nice truck, nice clothes, but ain't got $300 in the bank. Isn't that crazy? Working all week for the debt. Pretty crazy, right? Now, in that kit, there's all kinds of good stuff. By the way, the kit's optional. I recommend it. Why? Because we get paid on the products, okay? No products, no paycheck, all right? Keep that in mind. Now, as you can see here, Amway in itself is great. But without LTD, me personally, I don't believe I would be here today. LTD is a support system. LTD provides the mentorship. LTD provided for me a sponsor, a mentor, who's going to guide me down this step. Remember, if you're taking notes, remember this, platinum IBO. That'll make more sense at the end. I'm going to talk more about the platinum IBO, platinum business, okay? I had a platinum still today in my corner that took me by the hand and started showing me how to build my own business, all right? The man was already making more money part-time than I was making full-time. I'm going to say it again. My mentor, my coach in business, was making more money part-time than I was making full-time. He was working 10 to 15 hours a week in his own business. I was working 70 hours a week in my job, and he was making more money than I was. It didn't take me long to realize somebody's doing this the wrong way. And I don't think it's my business coach, all right? And what he did is he took me by the hand and he showed me how to become a platinum. He invested time and money and resources into me that really locked me in this business. So learn more about LTD, Leadership Team Development. Again, $35 a year to have an LTD membership. Guys, I got to tell you, that right there, that investment, again, should be about $5,000 a year. Why? Because of the value. People don't value things like this because they don't have a clue. Imagine having a spaceship. Now, what are you going to do with it? What are you doing with space? You know what to do with it, right? Now, here's how we make money. Here we go. Basically, the Amway Corporation provides the website. It's a portal that's already established. It's going to have your name on it, all right? And it's an e-commerce website. It's just not a regular website. It's an e-commerce site. It's got a shopping cart. It's got all the major credit cards, debit cards. People go in there, buy it, shop, and as soon as they check out, cha-ching, you get paid. Now, how does that work? What does it look like? Here's how we make money. Number one, immediate gross profit. All right? Between wholesale and retail, there's a differential there. You're going to make that profit. Number two, performance bonus. Now, I'm not going to be able to get into all this because of the time. Performance bonus basically is a compensation plan as far as helping to create platinums. And again, that's not going to make any sense to you, all right? But that's a long-term income, if you will, performance bonus. You get paid on volume on a monthly basis besides your immediate gross profit. Then you get a performance bonus on the entire volume that you and your team do. That'll make more sense in a second. The last one here is a leadership bonus. That's where you start helping people get platinum done, all right? And again, platinum will make some more sense in a second. Look at the right there, the performance bonus scale. 100 points is basically a 3% performance bonus, which means 100 points is equivalent to about $300, all right? So you start at 100 points, it's going to go to 7,500. Our goal is to help you go to 7,500 in the next 6 to 12 months. That's the goal, all right? Can we get you there that fast? I don't know. Are you teachable? Are you accountable? How good a work ethic do you have? Depends on what your goals are, okay? But if we don't get you there in 6 to 12 months, we'll get you there in 24 months or 36 months. Depends what you're looking for in your goals. All right, let's move on. How do we get there? First of all, let me share this with you. The Amway statistics show back in 2016 about the average job made a couple $100s a month just by selling a few products. That's an extra $2,400 a month, a year. All right, people look at that going like it's bad. I'm like, man, extra $2,400 a year. Think about it. If you have $2,400 in the bank right now, extra, what could you do with that? Right? $2,400 in the bank. You know, man, that might not be too bad. That might pay off a little debt somewhere. Maybe you could upgrade your car. Maybe you could do something to your house. Maybe, I don't know, take your wife to a real restaurant, right? I don't know. But anyway, whatever it is, it is. How do we create volume? Okay, number one, we basically create some customer sales through referral. There's a very professional way we do that. And then number two, personal use. All right, instead of buying stuff from the retail stores out there, we're going to teach you how to buy products from your own business. All right. Now, as you start your own business, it's going to start small. My first bonus check was $3.50. $3.50 was my first bonus check. I was excited. Why? Because no retail store had ever sent me a check for buying products from them. But then it went from $3 to $10 to $20 to $30, and it started growing from there. So stay with me for a second. At 150 points, you get a 3% bonus. You're about 86 bucks. Big deal, $86. Well, hey, again, what's that going to pay? Maybe it'll pay your cell phone bill. Maybe it'll pay your gas bill. All right. Some people think they need to win the lottery to change their financial situation, but they really don't need to win the lottery. Most people, if they can make an extra $500 a month, an extra $1,000 a month, it would change everything for them. All right, at any level. We interview people all the time that make $100,000 a year in their job, and they'd say an extra $1,000 a month would change everything for them. Okay. Now watch this. What happens next? Next thing we're going to do is help you expand. We're going to help you expand your network, grow your network. Now I got to tell you, folks, when I saw this, to me, this was a little bit turn off. Okay, when I saw this, I thought, man, is this one of those things where I got to recruit my friends and family? So I wasn't really sure, you know, because I didn't understand the business. But here's what you got to ask yourself. When you're starting any business, let's say you're starting a restaurant, are you going to build your restaurant? Are you going to rely just on your friends and family to come to your restaurant? Of course not. So this business is no different than that. I'm not going to build a business based on my friends and family. By the way, most of us don't have any real friends when we get started in business. I thought I did. I come to find out I have some acquaintances, but didn't really have any friends. All right? Anyway, so here's what we're going to help you do. We're going to help you expand into 6 people, as you can see on the screen there. What are we going to teach these 6 people how to do? Change your buying habits, create a few customers, and do that 150 points that you did your first month. When you do that, you've hit the 1,000-point level now. You're going to get a 12% kickback on that, and your income is now $600 a month. Whoop-de-doo. I got to tell you, when I saw 600 bucks, great. Let's get to the good money, man. All right? But let me ask you a question. Again, what would an extra $600 a month do for you? Start thinking about this, guys. What could you pay? All right? What could you do with extra $600 a month? Because we're not talking about you leaving your job or leaving your current business to do this. Keep doing that. Keep going to school. This is part-time. This is maybe 10 to 15 hours a week, depends on what your goals are. All right, so be thinking about what you would do with an extra $600 a month. Let's talk about saving it. If you save $600 a month for 12 months, you got $7,000 in the bank. Could you take a real vacation now instead of going to Galveston? You know, in Houston, everybody goes to Galveston. When I lived in San Antonio, everybody went to the Riverwalk for vacation. Why? About as far as that money would go, right? How many of you guys are like me? You know, when you went on vacation, you got the 2 weeks paid off vacation. Where'd you go? I went to Mama's house. Right? Why? Food's good, the price is right. That's all we can afford, man. We can't afford going to no real place, right? I started my own business, and we started growing our business after a couple of years. And I remember my business coach one day he said, Moses, the way you and Lois are growing right now, you know, we do a leadership cruise every year. We go down to Cozumel, Mexico, and we cruise down there, and you guys keep doing what you're doing, you're going to qualify for this cruise. And then we find out later there's another cruise goes down to the Bahamas. We're flying to Miami. And we started qualifying for that one. We had never been to those kinds of places, guys. You know, we'd go down to Galveston every now and then for just a day and take sandwiches. You know, okay, kids, we're going to Galveston, but don't be asking to buy nothing. We got a cooler with sandwiches and sodas and water. Don't be asking for nothing. And they knew it, man. And we spent all day getting sunburned eating sandwiches. Terrible. We come back all tired, you know. Terrible, you know. I mean, because we were so poor. We're so broke, you know what I mean? Well, now, guys, we go to places like these resorts, like in Miami, Florida. We stay at hotels that are $300 a night. $300 a night? Are you kidding me? Yeah, remember, we're going on another trip this year. Okay, we do it every single year. And that's just one of them, folks. The Bahamas, okay? I'm still the same guy, D student out of high school. I'm just a country boy, man. It's just amazing how the business works. So $600 a month could change some stuff for you. Let's keep going. Now, let's say those 6, we're going to have those 6 just find 4. What are we going to teach those guys how to do? Same thing, copy and paste, guys. This is not complicated. Copy and paste. Change your buying habits, create a few customers, do 150 PV. Now you're at the 4,000 PV level. You're getting paid for the entire team. This is your team. We're going to help you develop a team. You're going to be a team leader. Now, if you're taking notes, how do you become a leader in this business? By serving others. You want to write that down. In this business, you become a leader by serving others, not by taking from others. See, I used to be a manager. And after a couple of years in business, I was having a hard time with business because I was trying to manage people. And my business coach one day told me, he goes, Mose, you got to stop trying to manage people. These people are not your employees. They're business owners. Nobody wants to be told what to do. You can empower these people by serving them. So I had to change my mindset from managing people to helping people and serving people. And when I started doing that, the business started growing. Okay? We hit that 4,000 level, hit that 21%, and look what came in the mailbox the next month. $1,700 a month. Now, some of y'all are married. Okay, and most probably a lot of y'all are single, but if you're married and your spouse is not real excited about this, that's okay. Lois was not excited about this when I got started. Lois didn't really want anything to do with this. You know, we had all these kids, we're paycheck to paycheck, we're buying stuff at the cheapest stores there is because we're just trying to scrape every dime. All right, when you got 5 kids in the house, you're scraping, right? But when she saw that check hit $1,700 a month, all of a sudden she goes, hey, wait a minute. Tell me about this business again. How does this work? Because I got more time to help you now. Well, she's been on board ever since, okay? And it's been a beautiful thing. We've traveled together, and we're so excited about the future. Let me go on one more step here, all right? When you help those 4 bring 2 on, now you've hit the top of the scale, 25%. Now, guys, remember, this is not the end. It's just the beginning. When you hit that level there, your income now is $4,300 a month. When that happened, okay, for Moses Alvarado, guess what? We basically, we more than doubled that, okay? We didn't need jobs no more. That's right. We didn't need jobs no more. So I walked away from the job world about 4.5 years ago, never to go back. I don't miss it. I'm not against jobs. I just don't think they're for people that got a dream and a vision. For Moses and Lois, guess what? We caught a vision and a dream in this business that we could do something great in America. We could do something great around the world. And it was because of LTD, Leadership Team Development, guys. They opened the door. My business coach, Jake and Jackie Baker, opened the door to amazing opportunities. And to this day, they've never steered us wrong. Of all these years, they've never steered. Every time they tell us something, it's always better. There's some great things coming. We'll be hanging out with those guys in a couple weeks again. And I can say that knowing because we're pretty much hanging out quite a bit these days. And those guys, Jake and Jackie, they've been financially independent for over 30 years. Over 30 years, right? They're linked in with Larry Pan Winners. Incredible business. Huge organization. Right? And guys, here's what I'll ask you, okay? There's a 6% compensation. Let me talk a little bit about that. When you go platinum, by the way, that $4,300 a month, that's called platinum income. That's what I was talking about, being a platinum. Now watch this. What are you going to do with $4,300 a month? How about getting out of debt? That was a big one for us. I told you when I started my business, I had a lot of toys, but nothing was paid for. Everything was financed. My business coach taught me how to get out of debt. He taught me how to pay stuff off. Right? Put money in the bank, Moses. Get money working for it. He said, Moses, I'm going to teach you how not to be a slave to money. Make money your slave. My mentor has taught me how to make money my slave. Money, I'm not a slave to money no more. Why? Because of what I've learned in this business, guys. All right? And I got to tell you, we sleep really good at night. Me and Lois have never had to take any kind of downers to go to sleep at night. Why? We sleep really good. Why? We sleep in peace. Why? No stress. All right, now, we're not saying our life's perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect life. We just don't worry about what other people worry about. Why? Because we're excited about the future, guys. The future has never been greater. You guys in your 20s and 30s, oh my gosh. You guys grab a hold of this, it's going to rock your world. Some of you guys are in your 50s and 60s and you discovered your retirement's not there. You can do this as well. All right, because here we're going to teach you how to use this to make money. We're going to teach you how to use this to earn income, guys. The difference between an employee and a business owner is one thing, is how they think. I learned years ago to start reading books like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz, all right, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I've started reading books that taught me how to think different, all right, and you can do the same. You decide what your dreams and goals are. The last thing I'll ask you is this. Imagine, okay, what's your future going to look like? This is 2021. 2022 is coming. 2023, 2024, 2025 is coming. Where are you going to be in 5 years financially? That's a question that came to me, okay, when I first sat down, when I first saw this, and the man that interviewed, now y'all saw a little Zoom call or Zoom QI or Zoom call, whatever, or maybe you sat down with someone. But my first initial, the door open to this opportunity is he asked me a question that really got me thinking. I'm going to get you thinking for a second. Where are you going to be 5 years from now financially if you don't change something? 10 years from now, if you don't change something, where are you going to be at? I'll tell you where you'll be. You'll be in the same boat you're in right now. Because if you don't change nothing, nothing's going to change. So guys, I want to congratulate you for being here. All right? There's a reason you're here on this webinar. Your next step is to get back with the person who invited you. They're going to show you this DYS app. And if you're in a place where you can sit down with them for a cup of coffee in the next couple of days, do that. Maybe you're in a different state and you can't do that. That's fine. Get on a call and then see another webinar and ask them, what's my next step? How can I become one of those platinums that Moses talked about? So with that, I'm pretty much done. I've enjoyed talking with you guys. And have a great, great 2021. Over and out.
Wow. Hey, all right. Moses, great job, man. Thank you so much for being able to go through all that information. I know that was a whole lot of information for you guys really quickly, but a couple things that I'll tell you. I remember whenever I was sitting in a session just like this, and I remember being excited. I certainly know that I didn't understand all of everything that the speaker talked about just the way that Moses just has here, but I remember being interested and intrigued and saying, wow, what if this did work for me? How would my life change? What cool things would be happening? How would my life be different? And I started to dream a little bit. I started to think about what that extra $3,000-$4,000 a month, that extra $50-some thousand a year would do and change for our life. And to be quite honest with you, sitting right where you were sitting at, I was a young college student and didn't have a lot of success, didn't really have a track record of anything to speak of. And I was very excited and very thankful that this team came in and took their time and energy and effort to be able to help me. But one of the things I wanted to know was, well, yeah, obviously, you know, the guy down in Houston, Texas that had a background in sales and some different things like that. Of course, him and his wife of course, they could be successful with this. But what are some other backgrounds, other types of people? And so I'm excited to be able to share with you guys a handful of our friends, our business partners that are on here. They're all over the country, which is pretty cool. Lots of different backgrounds, lots of different, you know, blue collar, white collar. Listen to all the backgrounds, listen to all the different parts of the country that people are in, and just really quick a little bit about their story. But remember, all of these folks have hit the top of that bonus bracket, which I think is pretty cool. They're all making a very significant income in their business. And these are some of the people that are going to be personally working with you, helping you accomplish your dreams or your goals with this opportunity if you continue to progress and move forward here. And so I see our friend Adam and Stephanie is on here. They're up in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm going to send it over to you. You guys are all going to be able to introduce yourselves, and I'll wrap up with just one or two last little thoughts. So here you go. Adam and Stephanie, take it away.
Yeah, hi everyone. We are Adam and Stephanie Hunt. We hit the top of that bonus chart based out of Indianapolis, Indiana. I have an extensive background in the restaurant business. I go from washing dishes to running a multi-million-dollar store. I currently work in outside industrial sales.
Yeah, and I have a background in business banking. We also have 3 kids that are 6, 4, and 2.
Hey guys, we are Michael and Amber Whitley. I am Mike Whitley. She is Amber Whitley, in case there's any confusion there. We are from Louisville, Kentucky, both high school educated, in case that rings a bell with some of you folks out there as well.
I have a background in healthcare management, and Mike has a background as a small business owner. We have 2 teenagers, a 15-year-old daughter, a 13-year-old son, and a little baby girl on the way.
Hi, we're Brent and Judy Bills from New Bern, North Carolina. I have a degree from University of North Carolina in Greensboro, and I'm in retail management.
And I went to Davidson College. I went on to Chapel Hill, got my accounting degree, and got my CPA on the corporate ladder of a Fortune 25 company, and up to a division CFO. In business for myself as a consultant now, and I love owning my own calendar that this business teaches us.
Hey guys, we are Jonathan and Maria Simpson. We are from Nashville, Tennessee. I have a degree in political science from Xavier University, and Maria has a MBA from Middle Tennessee State University. Together, we run a traditional business during the day in the finance industry.
We are Justin and Melissa Mossman out of the Minneapolis, Minnesota area.
I have a background in psychology and have been a stay-at-home mom now for the last 9 years to our 9-year-old son and 6-year-old daughter.
And my background is in finance and real estate, and today I oversee property tax law compliance for the state of Minnesota.
Hello, everyone. My name is Adriana Fitch, and I am from Lexington, Kentucky. I actually have a degree in English and theater, but I currently work in banking. And I am single, working within the business. And to be honest, I love the options that I've been able to ascertain from the business a whole lot more than my corporate career, and I'm super excited for it.
Hey guys, we are Chad and Morgan Walther. We're based out of Knoxville, Tennessee. We're both 25 years old. I have a background in office administration.
And I have a background in banking currently. When we first saw this opportunity, we were both college students. She was 21, I was 22. But when we found out what we could accomplish with this opportunity, our focus changed. We've been able to now hit the top of that bonus scale, over 7,500 points. And we're just excited about becoming full-time entrepreneurs in our mid-20s. So thanks, guys.
Hey everybody, we are Abel and Elizabeth Ernstberger. We are out of Indianapolis, Indiana. We have 3 small children, all girls, 8, 7, and 5 years old. I have an education background. I actually taught special education for about 8 years. Now I'm in management at a health fitness facility, and I teach Zumba.
And my background is I have an MBA in finance, and I currently own a private health insurance company, and very, very excited about this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, we are Joey and Missy Seamer out of Lexington, Kentucky. I am an art teacher for a nonprofit.
And I'm a doctor of audiology. I work at a large specialty clinic here in central Kentucky. We have no kids, but we're really excited about this opportunity.
Hello, we are George and Renee Goodwin. We live in the Washington, D.C. area, and we have 3 children who are 16, 15, and 8.
And I have my background as an internal medicine doctor. I did a 25-year career in the Army and retired about 3 years ago as an Army colonel. And then I still do some part-time consulting work, and I do some volunteer work as a Red Cross volunteer. Renee actually had her background in teaching, and when we more than replaced her income through this Amway business opportunity, she's been able to actually work right out of our home.
Hey y'all, we are Vance and Jen Marshall out of Lexington, Kentucky. I am a pediatric speech pathologist by trade. I basically grew up all over the U.S., ended up in California for high school and college, kept going to school, got a master's degree up at Michigan State, go green. We now have a 4-year-old and 1.5-year-old little boys at home.
And my name's Vance. I actually grew up in Louisville, Kentucky, and moved to Lexington for college. I went to a small school there called Transylvania University, where I got a business degree. And I actually had the opportunity to get started in this business as a college student, a single guy. Jen and I met along the way. And honestly, I'm really glad that I pursued this at a young age, because today I do work professionally as a commercial banker, but we've been able to hit that 7,500 point level and help 2 other teams do that and start to earn some of those 6% bonuses. And again, really glad I got started at a young age, because now it's given us the opportunity to be able to retire from corporate America young and be able to focus on living our life and being full-time entrepreneurs.
Hey there, we are Alan and Karen Adams from Lexington, Kentucky. We have 2 daughters. Faith is 13 years old and Grace is 9 years old. As far as backgrounds go, I got an undergraduate degree at Eastern Kentucky University and a master's degree at the University of Kentucky. I was actually teaching at UK when we were first introduced to this opportunity, and because of the business that we were able to put together, I got to walk away from full-time employment over 13 years ago.
And I attended Transylvania University, and while there I got a degree in accounting. I've worked in the accounting and finance field for a number of years. And as you said, this business has been a very profitable business for us for a long time. We're super grateful and blessed and thankful for all of the blessings that it's provided us so far. We've also, along the way, been able to help 2 different teams so far to achieve that 7,500 point level. So we currently get 2 of those 6% checks. And so we're also excited about what this business is going to provide for us in the future.
Hi, I'm Amanda Miller. My husband is Zach. I'm from Lexington, Kentucky. I graduated from Morehead State University with a degree in social work, and I worked at a private school for a handful of years. And let's see, we've got 2 children now that are 8 and 9 years old. We were in our early to mid 20s when we hit the top of that bonus bracket. And because of that, I guess really over 9 years ago is really when I was able to walk away from my corporate career there. So really awesome. We've more than doubled went 15,000 points, and now we've helped 3 different teams hit the top of that bonus bracket. So now we're earning 3 of those 6% checks, which is pretty awesome. So we're having a great time, and the best is yet to come, and I'll pass it back over to you all.
Great. All right, Amanda, thank you so much. That was my lovely wife that you got to see there. But we're certainly very excited about our business and all of the amazing things that have been happening and going on. And so here's what I'll just say as we kind of wrap up and as we're finishing everything up here is this. If you're like I was and you were sitting out there and you were excited and you'd like some more information, definitely make sure to go on and text the person who has invited you out to this information session and let them know, hey, I would like to get some more information. We have an amazing app that you can download. It's called the DYS app, Define Your Success. And in there, you're going to find lots of really great information. One of the first things that you'll see on there is the Amway Business Opportunity Brochure, Overview Brochure. And there's going to be all the numbers in there that we talked about today are going to be in there. All of the, the disclaimer slide that Moses went through there. All of that information is all going to be inside of there. There's also some really great success stories in there. Other people that are growing and succeeding at this business. There's frequently asked questions. There's price comparisons. There is a ton of information about the different products, next steps, what to do now, and all kinds of really great things. So make sure you get that and check that out. But most importantly, what I want to recommend to you is this. Get a time in the next 24 hours while everything's still fresh in your mind, to be able to get back with the person who's invited you onto our session here today. And so I think that me personally, I think that's a very important step in the process, and is being able to do that. Because look, everybody that's on here right now, you probably have some different goals. You might just be looking to make an extra couple $100 a month. You might be looking for a $50,000+ year income. You might be looking to create even income above and beyond that, which we have some really great options and opportunities there. But you'll need to, talk to the person who's invited you out about what some of your goals are, and you can create a specific game plan designed for you based on your life, based on some of the things that you're excited about doing, and being able to move forward. So that's the big things I would recommend. And the last thing is this, on that DYS app, whenever you get that download, we're actually going to be able to give you a couple audios, some podcast type audios from some folks that are very successful with our business. Whoever's invited you out is going to hand pick and hand select a couple of those for you that'll be just for you. And so definitely make sure whatever it is that they give to you is going to be a great recommendation. I would highly suggest that you're able to check those audios, those podcasts out before you're able to get back together over the next 24 hours. So anyhow, with that, without any further ado, we're pretty much done and wrapped up. Look, like I said, my name was Zach. It was great having you on here. Go on and let the person who's invited you out know where you're at. And hopefully we get to see you real soon. So have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye.